Double time! Hey, everybody.
Double time.
Welcome back to episode 105, everyone's favorite musical podcast, Double Time. I'm on the new camera here today, looking pretty snazzy. Ryan looks the same, and we got Zane after all these years, it feels like.
After all these years. Hello, Zane.
Hi, Zane.
Hello.
Welcome back. So it's been quite the couple weeks since we last podcasted and talked to you guys, and we're here to update you about everything. So who wants to start?
Oh no!
God, the video's so laggy.
I don't know when we last did this.
It was like this time a month ago. It's like right before Offset.
Oh, that means that I've gotten a whole lot older since we last spoke.
Oh yeah.
I'm an adult. That's pretty much all that happened with me. Just did I do anything for my birthday? I don't remember.
Yeah, we had a party.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Zane had a whole little bash for me. Oh, that was such a blast. I remember that. Oh my god, I went to Zane's house and all my friends were there. All my best friends were there, and we had cake and cupcakes and I had just so many fun things. Oh my god, it was so fun. We had the best time ever. It was the best birthday ever.
Yep.
And so that's how I spent my birth weekend. Noah wasn't there, he wasn't invited, but I doubt he would have showed up anyway. But that's how I spent my first week since we last spoke. No, what were you up to?
Hello.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's so laggy. Zane, why don't you go?
Hello.
It's been a while. I can't remember the last time I was on the podcast. Might be recapping for a little bit. I haven't really done anything since the last podcast I was on. I got a job.
Oh wow!
It was like 4 months ago. A better job than Fry's.
No, that's not true.
No
Fry's
better
is the best job.
I mean, no. I work at a lab doing science stuff.
Whoa.
And that's what I've been doing the past 4 months. Just grinding.
That's pretty
Working
cool.
towards my New Year's resolution. I just listened to that episode and I said I want to save money.
Oh,
And
yeah.
look at me.
Have you been saving money?
Oh yeah. We're looking real good.
Okay. Yippee!
Yay.
Speaking
And I got a
of not saving money.
401k and I got benefits.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Yippee! Yippee!
Yippee. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, speaking of not having money, Noah, what have you been up to?
I've been up to quite the life. Produced a little event for Offset. Assistant produced a little event for Charli, XCX, and Troye Sivan. Met all three of them. Okay, then and I could talk about it for the whole hour, but it was quite the couple.
I would hate if you actually said something interesting.
It was quite the couple weeks, and it was very cool. I met all three of them. Offset was very quiet, but he was funny and cool. And he left before all the reps could get a picture, which is a shame. But there were some crazy moments. We can get into it later in the pod, but I'll let the boys talk a little bit before I go on my tangents. But there were some crazy moments that night. It was the end of September in Atlanta. Drove down there with Della. Okay. And then the next week we did an even bigger event for Charli and Troye in Nashville. So, and that one, it was a bigger event, but it wasn't like as crazy, like high pressure all over the place. It still was very high pressure all over the place, but Offset was like, holy shit. But the Charli Troye one was a little more prepared and just like people knew it was happening. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff that I would have to look through my photos to remember, because I think I have early dementia. So
speaking of early dementia,
early onset,
guys, voting. The election is 3 weeks away.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you vote.
Yep. First link in description. Register to vote.
Is it not too late for that?
Yeah, it is. In Arizona. I don't know.
If you're not in Arizona,
well, check if it's too late to vote. If it's not, or if you already registered to vote, to make sure you do that.
Yep. Called the county elections office this morning, and got my absentee ballot figured out. So I'll be voting in Arizona. Well, for Arizona.
Since everybody has been asking about it, oh my god, I just get so many people asking about it. Noah's still not done with the song yet, so that's why it's not out yet. It's all Noah's fault. Everyone, you can blame Noah. Yep. But hopefully it's in the next week. It has to be done soon. So, just keep your little peepers open. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, thank you, Zane, for showing what you should be doing.
Oh,
yeah.
Zane, have you done anything super duper fun recently, other than getting a super awesome job?
A couple of weeks ago, I went to Colorado for my girlfriend's interview at
wedding.
Colorado, University of Colorado, for the dental school. She liked it. It was fun. It was a fun little trip. We just went there for 2.5 days, but it was fun. It's always fun there. That place is awesome. And we drove through some super there's super trees everywhere, and it was a super long road, and it was just a huge neighborhood right by the school. And I was like, dang, this would be kind of sick to live in. But it was like old looking houses, but still in good shape, and they all just looked so cool. Everything was so green, and it was open yards, and
so you're gonna move to Colorado?
It just looked so cool. It's possible. You moving with?
No, I don't know Colorado. Come on, Zane, don't go to Colorado. I guess I have to visit. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you would love Colorado.
I've never been there. I probably would.
I've never been to Washington, but I feel like Colorado and Washington would be similar vibes.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have to take a trip over to both and compare.
Okay. Besides that, I was supposed to go to Washington too, just a couple last week or the week before.
That was supposed to be last week.
Yeah. But then, so the day before my flight, I was starting to feel a little sick, but I was like, maybe it's fake. And then I woke up at 4. Wait, no. Yeah. No, I woke up at 3 for my flight. And I still didn't feel that good. I kind of had a fever when I woke up, and I was like, maybe it's still fake. So I got ready to go, and I I went to Tommy and Danny's, and then Gavin took us all. We got through security, and we got to the gate, and I just was not feeling good at all. And then we were about to board, and I was like, I don't think I should get on a plane right now. And then I just waited. They went on, and then I was waiting to see if it would pass or anything. But then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna risk it. It was
wow.
I don't know. Yeah, so then I talked to the what are they called? Just the people at the gate.
The flight people.
And I was like, yo, can I get a refund or something since I'm not going on this flight? And they're like, you booked it through Capital One. See what they tell you. And then I talked to them, and they're like, no, you can't get a refund. And they were like, talk to Alaska Airlines because maybe they can do something about it. And they were like, nope, you can't get a refund for this type of ticket. But then I called them, and the lady was like, since it's illness, maybe I can talk to the finance department. And then she's like, we can get you partial credit refund, and it's only for Alaskan Airlines. And then she was like,
Okay.
we'll send you an email in like a few minutes. And I still haven't gotten the email. So,
Okay.
I don't know. That might be a lost cause, but I don't really care. It was fake money anyways.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that was
So
my
we'll have to
little
take another
fiasco.
trip. We'll have to take an actual trip to Washington so you can see all it has to offer.
Yeah.
Wow. You're awfully quiet over there, Noah.
I would chime in if I could keep up with the conversation, but I'm about on a 5-second
Do you need-
glitch delay, so.
Do you need me to repeat everything?
No, I'm getting it. It's just I'm behind, so I can't chime in. Yeah, so I think last pod I was like, oh, we're getting ready for Offset, quick, like, this is like this is the gist of it. This is the 5-minute recap. So basically, it's Offset day. Holy shit! Drove to Atlanta, had a pre-production meeting till 1 a.m. the night before in the hotel lobby with the two big Grammy U bosses.
Hotel lobby.
Don't know what you said, Zane, but it's probably really funny. And then we woke up the next day, got a little breakfast with one of the Grammy U reps' friends that lives in Atlanta. It was a chill morning. And then we all got back to the hotel, scrambled to get everything else done. And then call time was actually pushed back by an hour because everybody was running late. So, everyone was just, but we get there. I still don't really know, like, what I'm doing. Like, I know I'm, like, doing some kind of video-related thing, but I don't really know what I'm doing. And then it's me and Jesse, the big Grammy U boss. We go down a little secret tunnel to the tech booth. And then I get in there, and I meet the audio engineer, and he was in-house. And then this guy, I don't know who he did. I don't know who he was or what he did, but he was like, "Are you familiar with these ATEM switchers, like the broadcast switcher, like control pad things?" And I was like, "Nope." And he was like, "Okay, 5-minute crash course." So he walks me through the whole thing, like shows me how to do everything that I'm gonna be doing, and then he's like, him and Jesse are like, "How do you feel it?" I'm like, "Gah." And then Jesse's like, well, the guy was like, "All right, you got it. Just run it through. I gotta go do the." And then I was like, "All right." So Jesse was like, "You got it. Like, just run through it. Like, you're fine." I was like, "Okay, lock in." So, I'm locking in for like 5 minutes, and then I hear a knock on the door, and then this guy walks in. He goes, "Hey, I'm Jay Rich." And I'm just like, "Oh, cool. Okay, casual Jay Rich just walking in." And he's like, "What's up?" And he just sits right down next to me and just, starts pulling up his stuff because he's pulling up all the sessions for Offset's tracks, like the Pro Tool sessions, so they can show those during the talk. Keep in mind, all this whole event was like an hour and a half talk about like the behind the scenes of making Offset's most recent album. Like they wanted to showcase, how it was made. So they had his engineer there, they had his creative director, and his main producer. So it was like, Jelly Doc live, basically, but like for Offset. And then, so he pulls up the Pro Tools sessions, and then his assistant producer comes in. His name was 6'5". He was the funniest guy. 6'5". If he's listening, so
I know 6'5" is listening to
Hey,
episode
you never
105 of the
know.
Double Time
You never
Podcast.
know.
He's one of 3.
Hey, he follows me. If he sees me post the link and he clicks it,
Yeah.
So you never know. So he sits down, and then we're cracking jokes the whole time. Jay Rich leaves after like an hour, and then meaning like left the room to go do other shit, and then I still haven't really done the whole run of show because just so many other things are happening. We're like finalizing questions and cue cards and all this, and then
Of course.
what is happening with my OBS? Holy shit! Hello. Okay. And then like an hour later, another knock on the door, and I just hear, "Okay, so we're going to bring Offset in." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then, 10 seconds later, Offset, first one through the door, goes right to me, daps me up. He's like, "What's up?" And then and I'm like freaking out internally, but I got to be like, "Hey." And then goes and daps up the other people, and then like 10 other like people come in the room. Some of them are like Recording Academy people. Some of them are like Offset Squad. Jay Rich is back, and then Shishi, his creative director, Offset's walks in too, and then we're like, all right, so this is the tech booth, and then Jay Rich is like, all right, Noah, you want to run video and run show top to bottom so Offset can see, and I'm like, yep, and then so it's me on my computer, everybody like. The like lead like Recording Academy Atlanta guy, chapter guys, they're like big industry people are there too. Like it's not just oh my god, it's Offset. So it's like holy shit. And then so I'm on my computer. It's like Jay Rich right here, Offset right here, and then Shishi, his creative director, right here. Like all like looking at me as I'm like pulling shit up, playing videos that I made for this show. And then Offset like leans in, he puts his hand on my shoulder, he's like, yeah, this looks good. Like we move this around. Like I'm like, what the fuck? And then so they were actually like involved, which is cool that he wasn't just like, yeah, I don't care, like whatever, he was like actually like he actually like cared about it, which is cool. So then everything went fine on my end, and then Jesse read him all the questions. They had some tweaks there. Keep in mind, this is like 30 minutes before showtime. We're all going over this. This is like not how it should have gone down. Not derogatory. It was just like crazy. So then they clear the questions. Everybody leaves except his creative director, and then she comes up to me. She's like, hey, there was supposed to be a skit with Kai Cenat in that last music video, because what I'm doing is like playing a video that like plays like intro text and then like a clip of the music video they're going to talk about and then outro. And she was like, hey, in that last video there was supposed to be a skit with Kai Cenat. Do you not have it? And I was like, no, like the label never sent it to me, because the label is sending me all this stuff. Like I don't like And then it's 7:58. Show starts at 8. She goes, if I get the label to send it to you, can you put it in? And I'm like, sure. So literally like 30 seconds later, in my inbox, Universal Dropbox link. I'm like, okay. So we bring it in. She's trying to figure out like where it goes in the video. And then we realize it's the wrong video. It's like a promo video for the skit. It's not the full skit. So she was like, what can you do? And then I was like, fucking locking in like, holy shit. And then
watch me.
I fucking turbo mode turns on, and then
let me recreate the skit from this promo video.
No, literally, I'm like making a music video.
Wait, raw footage? Let me color this real quick.
Yeah, I'm like making this music video from 2 music videos basically, and then so I find like an audio transition sound, like a little break in the video where I can like blend it. I cut it in, do the magic. Like this is like in 30 seconds. I'm like like, and then. Play it for her. It's a smooth transition. You can't tell. The whole skit isn't in there, but like it works. It looks like it's the video. Like no one's gonna know. And then I was like, "What do you think about that?" And then she's like, "What do you think about that?" And I was like, "I feel good about it." And then she's like, "Okay, export it, run it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So export it, put it in the show.
That's how decisions are made.
A minute later, Jasmine, the Atlanta Rev, walks out to start it, and then the whole thing goes well. And then I was told to sprint to the green room when after the closing remarks to get the staff photo with Offset, like with all the reps. So I sprint down there. Offset goes to the bathroom in between photos. He's like getting photos with the big staff people, and then he goes to the bathroom, and then he just leaves. So we just didn't get a staff photo with him. But he did leave us all signed vinyls, which is pretty cool. And then some shit, not shit, but some pretty cool.
Oh, he was going to the bathroom.
Yeah, well, because he went to the bathroom.
Okay.
He shit his pants. He had to get out of there.
God.
Offset did what at the green?
Holy shit, dude, this
Continue.
connection thing is so annoying. Okay. And then some interactions went down in the green room that I won't repeat on here. Nothing like weird, but just like basically some fucking cool shit happened that I don't want to expose. So
cool. Thanks for mentioning it.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Thanks for saying you won't tell us.
Well, all right. You
I
guys
can
know.
how fucking sick
You
it was.
guys know. So successful night, and then we went to the after party at a hair salon, believe it or not, but it was actually really fucking cool. And
got my haircut.
Got my haircut.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was like 2 in 1. And yeah,
like my shampoo.
So, yeah, that was the Atlanta saga. So, quite the hype. And keep in mind, I've never done a live event ever. Like, I've never done a house show, never done, like, a thing at school, like, never done anything like that ever. So it was quite the high-pressure, high-stakes situation. But we pulled it off, so... Yeah, and then the Charli and Troye thing happened, which was way more chaotic, like, in terms of I was running around, like, to a different place every 2 minutes. But, like... show-wise, we knew what was happening. Like, we were printing cue cards for the moderator at Offset, like, as the host was, like, doing the opening remarks, because they wanted to change things that last minute. So it was not like that at Charli and Troye. So it was a little easier, like, on the behind-the-scenes aspect, like, show production-wise. But for Charli, XCX, and Troye, I was responsible for the live stream, the recording of the panel, and getting B-roll, like, on foot for all the recap stuff. So just a lot more to deal with, but it was like all planned better, so it kind of evened out. But no crazy personal experiences happened during Charli and Troye. And then I also was able to accompany
also able to accompany
I was able to accompany Della, the national membership representative for Grammy U, at a performance at the Amazon Music offices in Nashville. We got a little private tour from them and a little brunch and like conversation like hour with some music execs. So that was pretty cool. Thank you to them. And then they gave us a little performance slot. So Della asked me to help her out on the cajon. So that was pretty cool. All went well. Played 2 of her originals. And I can't talk about that. Never mind. Some other crazy shit happened, but I can't talk about it for like another 4 months. So, but yeah, that's basically the gist of my past month. And probably a bunch of other shit I'm forgetting too.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Well, in the past 4 months since I haven't been on the podcast, I actually met Offset 2 and Charli XCX and Troye Sivan. Funny enough, I actually did the exact same things as Noah. So, yeah, I forgot to mention that. But
that's pretty cool.
My weirdest thing is that I actually went to that event with Offset. I was part of the team that walked in. I don't know how Noah didn't recognize me. I must have been in the back or something. I didn't even know Noah was there. And then I was on stage like with Offset when he was doing the like thing. Offset. Same thing with Troye. Like I'm part of Troye's team, so I don't know how we just like didn't cross paths
he must
during
have just
either of these. But that's
blended
really
it in
weird.
too well. So
yeah,
it's weird.
So that's cool though.
Do we dare break the news, Ryan, to the public?
That could mean so many things.
Ryan's gay.
Guys, we have so much news we need to break, but we can't talk about it on the podcast. So
Yeah.
So
you guys are excited.
Respecting people's privacy.
Yeah. Stay excited. We have like so much news to break, but like we're just not going to.
Yeah.
You guys know the inside scoop. The world does not.
Man, we really fell off.
Yeah. What else? Let's bring that back, right, Ryan?
Let's not. Absolutely not. I will never go back on the show if we bring that back. We used to talk for hours and hours. No one could get us to stop. What happened?
It'd be easier if
I want to hear more about Noah going to Chattanooga for a wedding.
What the fuck?
What?
That was a year ago.
Yeah, and I just listened to that episode. It was a good episode.
And you know what? We didn't get
talking
enough of it
about
back then.
walking past that lady.
Oh, right. That was a good one.
And Raymond, you were talking about Raymond, or no? What's his name? Randall. That's what it was.
Randall.
Oh, is this when
The fucking bouncer?
Is this the fucking Oh yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, why don't you have any fun stories anymore?
I just fucking told you about Offset and Charli XCX. What more do you want from me?
No, what you said was I actually can't tell you any of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you said was I did this little event for Offset. The rest of it's kind of confidential.
Why don't you talk about any music plans you have? Since this is a music podcast.
Oh yeah, remember Double Time the Music podcast?
Oh, that's a little weird. Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about our tentative plans.
Ryan, why don't you talk about it? I've been talking for a while.
As you may know, I have my little treehouse project coming out in this quarter. The next couple months, we're finishing it up, meaning they should be done by then if this guy can do his job. So yeah, that should be done by sometime in December, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Here's our very, very loose plan right now. We got a very booked, as we've been talking about, we have our 2025 project. There's a lot happening with that. We have, if I remember correctly, he's got the mic up to his mouth. We got at least one song a month, if not more, probably more, a lot more later in the year. And that's our very loose music plan at the moment. We're trying to get back into the swing of things because we haven't been swinging as much this year.
You got that right.
So,
what all did you say? Sorry.
Just go ahead and say
just
it all
very,
again.
very, very loose music plans for our 2025 project.
Right. Did you mention any dates?
No, I just said like around one a month, if not more.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting back in the swing of things with music. We're gonna. God damn! What is happening? So yeah, we're getting back in the music swing of things. We have a shit ton of content and a shitload of media packages to make.
Media packages. That's a callback.
No, but we have quite the queue. We say this every Q4, but this is fucking death Q4 here that we're approaching. This is the craziest one yet. So
if we don't do everything we need to do, we're going to kill ourselves.
Pretty much.
Can we hold you to that? Please.
Actually, with how the song we're working on right now is coming along and how it's already a month late, let's not hold me to that. Oh, there he goes again. He can handle it.
No, I love that one.
Which it is going to be busy, though. We have a lot to work on. That part is true.
We got a lot to work on, if you know what I mean.
That's true. That's true. Zane is gracious enough to agree to help me with the score for the Treehouse film. So
Score.
I got Zane on my team. So that should also be done by the end of the month. Not ready to. Well, I guess kind of ready to put out, but not really. Everything's culminating in December, pretty much.
And you know what else is culminating in December?
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
I know one thing that's culminating
one
in
person
December.
that's culminating over to Arizona in November. I mean, in December.
I know someone who's coming down my chimney in December.
I'm not talking about Santa Claus.
Oh, you're not? Are you talking about someone else?
I'm talking about Noah Strikes.
What am I doing?
Oh, I don't care about him.
You're coming to Arizona.
I sure
in
am.
December.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Man, you sound stoked.
What do you? Oh my god! I'm fucking coming back to where I used to live for 7 years.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, why don't you go back to New York for one of these Christmases?
I was gonna go this past summer, and then I just couldn't fit it in the timeline. There's not a whole lot to do
Who'd
there.
you stay with?
Not a lot to do in New York
Unless
City.
you're going to the lake.
I know one thing to do.
Anyway, going to Arizona in the winter to film. Well, not just to film, but we got a lot of shit to film while I'm there.
A lot of
media packages. And hopefully some stew sessions because I missed the in-person stew sessions.
Hey, here's an idea. Maybe we could do a little stew sesh up north, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of that.
How about we just spend a week up north?
I don't know about a week, but maybe we could do like an overnighter or like maybe a 2 overnighter.
Now that I could work with.
Yeah, so we have like 4 music videos to film?
Up north?
No.
Or just over the break?
Up north, we have 2+.
One of which, though, we know already, though.
So yeah, we got a lot of cabin up north things to do up there, up north in the cabin.
Yeah. And then we're also working on personal things. Ryan has another personal project in the works. I have a personal project in the works. I thought you said you had a couple things.
Oh, those? Yeah, I guess I
do. And then I have a personal project hopefully in the works soon. I just need to find time. I'm just busy as shit. And then we have a little surprise for you after that, and then we go into the fun shit.
And we have more surprises after that, and then another surprise kind of in the middle, and then another surprise, and then a really big surprise.
We can't talk about
that.
any of them yet, so but just know they're there.
But guys, we're not going to talk about anything. Just know there's a lot of surprises.
So.
You know what the best surprise I got about a year ago was? Walking around the farmer's market, I turn around and I see one of my best friends, Noah Strike, standing right there next to another one of my best friends, Ryan Rain.
Did you not know he was there?
No, we surprised Zane, and he goes, "Wait," like that to me. That was his reaction.
But imagine if I just acted normal. That would have been funnier.
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, dude. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of these days I'm just gonna be at your front door, Noah.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on it. You're gonna be like, "Oh my God, someone's at the front door," and you're gonna open it. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna say, "Did you miss me?" And then we're gonna kiss on the lips, and then we're gonna go inside and close the door and lock the door, and then we're gonna go.
What are you guys going for as Halloween?
Going for?
What are you going for as Halloween? I gotta think about that one.
What am I going for as Halloween? I don't know. Morgan mentioned she would be what are they called? Bart and Bella, and I would be a troublemaker.
Oh yeah, Bart and Bella, of course.
Yeah, but she said it might be too warm for me because it's like jeans and a sweater, but I don't really care.
That is true. That is true.
Hopefully it cools down a little by Halloween.
Oh man, I don't know if it will.
Hey, we're in the 70s next week.
We'll see.
Like 2 days.
That's what they said like 2 weeks ago.
It was 50 here today. It's going to be 81 on Halloween, so that's great.
No.
So.
Man, that sucks. I would hate if my Halloween was 80 degrees.
Yeah, that would suck. Ryan, what are you going to be?
I don't know yet. I'm slacking this year. I need to figure it out ASAP.
That's okay.
He's been figuring out another outfit.
That's true. Maybe I'll just do that.
I'll
just...
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't get it.
What the fuck? It'll all make sense in due time. Does this have to do with the
November thing?
It does.
Are you going to a different type of Grammys?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I don't get it. What is it, like student Grammys or something?
No, not quite.
Country?
We'll explain in.
Not quite.
We'll explain in depth. Got a lot of things to explain in depth to you.
Oh, okay.
A lot of depths to do with you. Yes, I gotta figure out what I'm doing for Halloween. I gotta figure out who I'm being. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. I gotta figure out who I'm doing.
I think the boys are having a party.
Oh, are they?
I think so.
When?
I don't know what day. Probably the weekend before, though. Are you busy?
Okay. I'll have to check my schedule. No.
No, what are you gonna be for Halloween?
What the fuck are you doing,
multiple
bitch?
things, actually.
Okay, and then where are you going? We don't care. Let's move on to the next topic.
Oh, I can't tell you about that yet.
Yeah. Oh, I have 4 things I'm gonna be, but I'm not gonna tell you. And then I have 4 places I'm going. Can't tell you that either.
I'm for one occasion, I'm being Flynn Rider.
Oh, of course you are.
For another occasion, I'm being a spy, like a detective, like, you know.
Oh, real creative.
And then
yeah, big whoop.
And then third location, I don't have anything yet, so I have one more slot to fill.
Cool.
Well, maybe with your detective costume, you can spy out a better cost. You can pick. You can search. You can look for clues to lead you to a better costume.
Yeah.
A little bit more on the Fall Summit, just because I'm remembering. We also had a big marketing panel with a bunch of Warner and Sony execs. They were really good. and insightful. And because it was in Nashville, a bunch of my friends were at the thing, so they got to see everything and be like, "Oh my god!" So, no, but actually, people had a good time, and it was cool to put it on for everybody. So, glad everybody enjoyed. And one of my studs from my TT group, I got to join Grammy U, and he was there too. So it was like full circle moment.
Wow.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So, okay, now let's quit yapping.
Did you get hit by Hurricane Helene?
Nope. My car did die while I was driving, actually, though, in the rain. That was pretty fun. I don't know if I told you that, Ryan. After the Lincoln was all fixed up, it lasted me about a week, and then I was pulling out of my driveway, everything was on, and then everything just went black. Like, everything was on, and I was like, okay.
Is the Lincoln dead?
No, we're back. But
what's the lore behind the Lincoln? What's the Lincoln lore?
Before the Atlanta drive, I drove to Atlanta for Offset with Della, and before Atlanta, I'm like, oh, let me check my terminals. So, I inevitably, I haven't looked at them in a year because I got new ones a year ago, and I open it up and they're just covered in shit and acid. So, me being me, I'm like, okay, let me look up how to fucking deal with this. So I look it up, and it's like baking soda and hot water. I'm like, okay. So I, put that on, acid comes right off, cool, clear, ready to go. Atlanta, good, we're, make it there, make it back. And then I got back on a Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm on my way to a studio session, and I stop at a gas station to get gas, and then I, try to turn it back on, nothing.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
I do remember this.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I call AAA, and I'm like, hey, kind of alone here. It wasn't like a sketchy area. It was right by my house.
Come over.
But
I'm alone. I have the car to myself. just come over.
So I call them, and I'm like, hey, you guys help me out with this thing. Actually, exactly a year ago, it was like literally like the same time a year ago.
Can you help me out again?
You can clean my terminals.
And then the lady was very rude. And she was like,
oh, that sucks.
She was like, what's your AAA number? So I give her, it's on my dad's account. So he sent me the number, he sent me everything. And she was like, what's your first name? And I was like, Noah. And she's like, I don't see a Noah on this account. And I was like, is there a Mario or a, and then she's like, oh yeah. And then she was like, okay, they'll need to be there. She goes, is your dad there? And I go, I just said yes, because what the fuck?
My dad's dead.
Holy shit. God. So I just said,
his dying wish was for me to have his AAA account.
This was in his will, bitch.
Yeah. So shut up and send somebody to help me.
God.
And make sure they're hot.
Make sure they're hot?
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
So anyway, so I said yes because I was like, he's out of state, and so is my stepmom. And so, I was like, yes. And then she's like, okay, he'll need to be there with a photo ID, like ready to, and I'm like, fucking really? And I was like, okay, he's not like here. I said he's at home and I'm out at a gas, like whatever. She's like, he will need to be, and I was like, yo, I'm alone. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? And then she's like, sorry, and then I just hung up on her. And then I called back like 10 minutes later, and then I called my dad and I was like, hey, so this lady is a dumbass. And then he's like, coincidentally, Nancy's flying in right now, so she can meet you at the gas station in 30 minutes with her ID. Call them back. And I was like, yeah. So I called them back.
I was like, yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
I'm not alone anymore.
And I was like, hey, bitch, fucking guess what? Somebody is here.
Yeah, same girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's here.
You call back, you just hear hello, and you just say, hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch, send someone now.
It's not even the same girl.
So then, Nancy pulls up, saves the day. Thank you, Nancy. A guy shows up. He's like, man, you use too much baking soda. I'm like, what the fuck am I like measuring the baking soda before I put? Like, what are you talking about?
It's like I put baking soda in my car. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's like, yeah, you need to use
terrible
less baking
recipe.
soda and more hot
Shit.
water. I'm like,
This
okay,
is a fucking volcano.
okay. So then he's like, yeah, you're gonna want to get this battery charge. The health is 100, but the charge is 50. So you're only gonna get like up to 50 because it only replenishes whatever. So he's like, go to Advanced Auto. They charge it for free. Like, cool. So I go there. They charge it. We're all good. We're clear. The guy even replaces my old terminals that are only a year old. So I was like, okay, we got to be clear. That lasted me like a week. And then it was a Friday. I'm on my way to school. I go like 2 feet in my driveway and then everything just goes black. I'm like, fucking, okay. It's pouring rain because this was Helene. And so we got the leftovers. So I go out and then I literally just like wiggle the shit and then it comes back on. And then I called my mom. I was like, hey, like, this just happened. Like, what? And then she was like, if you want to risk it, stay in the right lane and, get ready to pull off. Because, like, I was like, all right. So I go, made it to Belmont because I had school that day. And then made it back. And then I was like, this is the weekend of the Fall Summit. So, like, driving is, like, imperative. It's imperative that I, like, am able to get places during this weekend. So I called my dad. I was like, hey, like, so, my car is kind of fucked again. So shout out Nancy again. She let me use her car for the Fall Summit weekend because I was like, I cannot be having car shit this weekend. Like, no. And then once all the Fall Summit chaos was over, I brought it into a local repair spot, and it was just the wires that led to the terminal. So, it was $400 for one wire to be swapped out. So that was pretty cool. But we're back. So, and then they were like, you did it. You have over 100,000 miles on this car, and you have not done, the 100,000 mile checklist. Like, do you want us to do all that for you? You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do. And I was like, what's the total? And he was like, 5,500 something. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. I literally said, I was like, am I going to die in a car crash tomorrow if I don't do any of this? He was like, no. I was like, all right, don't do it. No.
And as you walked out, he was fucking twiddling his fingers saying,
he's like, now you might.
I'm fucking putting an end to Double Vision. I fucking hate that fucking stupid podcast.
So, he's like, drain his oil.
Pop his tires.
Damn.
So, yeah. So, it's gotten to the point where I've put more money into that car than we initially paid for it. So, I'm just going to...
Time to get the Benz.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to drive it.
Looking for a new car?
I'm just going to drive it until it breaks officially. So, but we're back. So,
cool.
We'll get another probably
a
couple months out of it, and then the next $1,000 repair. So... but
how many days a week do you have to drive to school?
5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. And then sometimes
your car might be breaking soon.
And then if I have a late session, I'll come home and have dinner or whatever, and then drive back. So sometimes it's multiple times a day.
Okay. Yes. You got a couple.
You probably got a couple days left.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're back.
Wow.
Cool.
But,
my car's perfectly fine.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Yeah, your car is also 1 year old. Stupid. Also, you got hit when your car was like 2 weeks old.
Yeah,
Stupid.
imagine the Lincoln's never gotten hit. Not at least while I was driving it. My grandpa driving it, on the other hand, well, he's had some fender benders.
Have you gotten in another crash, Ryan?
No.
Oh, good.
Why are you saying it like I got into a crash?
Okay. What was there an incident involving your car
No.
since then?
No, there wasn't.
Okay.
My car's in perfect health.
Drat.
Just wait till the next
Okay.
episode.
Drat is crazy.
When I say, guys... What? Yeah.
Drat.
Oh, drat. So...
Oh, and then we got Belmont Track Season 3 in a couple, actually fucking like 2, or actually 3 weeks. We got pre-production meetings for that coming up. I'll be the producer this time around, so that's pretty cool. And probably editor again. So just, and now I'm working on a video that's going to play at Grammy Week, and then I'm working on a video for the Board of Trustees for the Recording Academy. So just like, holy shit, we got a lot of shit. And then all the Q4 stuff, and then I'm also in school, and then, I have the marketing job as well, and then it's just like, holy shit, so...
Man, isn't your life just so hard?
Oh, yeah,
God,
it's
you must
the
have just the
worst.
hardest life of all time. God, it's just...
So... It's all very cool stuff, but it is a lot of stuff nonetheless, so I'm just tired. But Q4 mindset, grindset, so.
That's true. Right, Zane?
Yeah, mindset, grindset. I have one online class this semester that starts tomorrow. Gotta lock in.
Man, it must be tough.
And then I'm done forever.
Wow.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
No
We're
grad
almost there.
school.
Got like 2 months left.
No, I just got a email from ASU though. It was like, you got into grad school. Accept your offer,
Yeah,
please.
I got that too.
Yeah.
No thanks, actually.
Yeah.
Does that just like give us money?
Well, it's just saying you got to go to school for 2 more years, but you get your master's.
Oh, but you don't have to apply or anything?
Well, we already got in.
That's what I'm saying. Did you like it just auto accept? Like
I
what do
didn't
you mean?
apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You didn't.
Weird.
You didn't have to apply. They probably do that for every single person who graduates. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, actually, what are you being for Halloween, Zane?
might be a troublemaker, but we still gotta work it out. I mean, at Ryan's birthday party, we were discussing a group.
We did, yeah, like 13 people.
Costume. Yeah.
Group costume.
Adventure Time, all Adventure Time characters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I also shot somebody's music video a couple days ago.
You also shot somebody?
So
Was it Offset?
No, not yet. But it went really well. We went to a little park area, and it was like it connected to a golf course, so there was like a lot of cool scenery and like hills and shit, and it was cool.
It was like Paradise 2.
Kind of. It was like Paradise if it was like singer-songwriter like pop. So
So like wasn't Paradise.
right. But that song will actually come out at the end of this month, followed by the music video shortly. I don't know her marketing promo plan, but I think it's pretty close to when the actual song drops. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting about it on my socials. And then yeah, I shot it. I will be editing it, and I'll be doing all the promo for it, like material wise. So pretty cool. And last week I presented some of the recap videos I made for the 2 Grammy U events in front of the entire Recording Academy staff, so that wasn't scary at all. My boss asked me the night before, like, hey, can you do this tomorrow in the all-staff meeting? I was like, sure. So it was me and a couple other reps. We got to talk about the events, and then, they all showcased their respective parts of it, and then I was like, hey, guys, chop through these videos together real quick, I hope you like them, and then... and then everybody liked him, but it was good. And Mr. Grammy was there, the CEO himself. I also met him at the Fall Summit. He was a very nice guy.
That's so steez.
Yeah, super steez. If Double Vision gets a Grammy this year, don't look at me.
What?
And I think that's it.
No.
I'm just looking
Was
at
there a third summer song?
There was.
There was a 4th summer song.
Oh, there was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's actually like a 5th and 6th summer song.
Okay. You're getting ahead of yourself.
In concept.
In
theory.
Okay. We have like 3 albums in concept. Like
That's true.
I have concepts of a plan.
Yeah, we have concepts of albums.
Concepts of an album. Well, okay, just wait for our 2025 project.
What happened to the third summer song though? Because that was pretty solid.
It didn't come together,
the
and
production wasn't really working, and then also the video was just not getting the progress we needed with other people.
I think that's about it for all the major shit. Next month's gonna be big. This month's gonna be big. The entire rest of the entire fucking next 18 months are gonna be big.
The entire rest of our lives are
That's
going to
true.
be big, right, guys?
That's true. So, but especially this fucking queue is gonna be huge. So, get ready for that.
No, that might be it for me.
Don't say it.
All right. Well, we hit an hour of raw audio. We'll see how much I have to cut out.
Probably about 3 minutes.
Radio. Okay. Thanks for listening and watching, guys. We probably won't let another month go by before we podcast again because, yeah, no, that we.
Oh yeah, we're doing this bi-weekly.
No, we won't. No,
once I start editing.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, once Zane picks up his job as his new position as assistant editor.
Yeah.
His new unpaid intern.
Assistant, more like
editor.
executive editor.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure, whatever you want to call it.
Title's yours, man. No, with all the shit we have going on and dropping, no, there's no way we're letting another month go. If we let
all the shit we're dropping,
if we let another month go by, then we're not going to podcast till after the big fucking event.
Yeah,
we got to get a pod in before then. We'll be back in like
of course.
We'll be back before the next month. Okay, thanks for listening and watching.
Before what the fuck?
Before another month goes by, we will podcast again.
Oh. Well, I think you meant like before the end of the month, and I was like,
maybe that too. Who knows?
Hold your horses.
What the fuck does it matter to you? You just sit here and talk for an hour. You don't have to do anything. Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't have
shit.
Editing? I don't have shit that's happening for the next 2 weeks.
What? Why don't you edit?
Yeah, why don't you edit?
Why don't you do the audio for this, Mr. Sound Guy?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, notice how.
So thanks for watching episode 105 of the Devil Time podcast, featuring Ryan No Strikes the Mandela Vision and Zane. Zane, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for joining, Zane.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, no problem.
You can smell us next time when we maybe reveal things, or maybe we just say,
yeah, maybe
a lot of cool shit is happening, but like not for you to know.
Sorry, I respect people's fucking privacy. Sorry, I don't want to blab about.
Just don't bring it
up.
About
people's personal details.
But what's the point of saying, God, my life is so fucking sick?
God. Okay, I'm ending this. So, we'll see you next time, shit eaters, on everyone's favorite musical podcast, Double Time.
Double Time.